Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Grand Arena counter testing video. So I've already done here for the final week of the 3v3 season. I've done a video yesterday showing you some of the things didn't work, as well testing fixed Gideon lead for 3v3 both on offense and how it looks on defense as well, and also a rare opportunity to test how Riders versus Finalizer. So if you haven't seen that video yet, go and check it out. And this one, I will be putting through paces Omicron first order type pilots. So for this final week, I decided to bring these guys on offense and just see what I can do with these guys, what I can take out. Obviously, I've got Wampa battle here as well. I also faced on defense there one Omicron first order type pilot. So definitely lots of first order battles in this one, and I've got some other interesting battles hopefully for you as well, like Palpatine and Mara and Short Trooper on defense. Oh man, those boys, they keep running turn meter, so definitely stay tuned for lots of interesting battles. There'll be YouTube chapters below, so if you just skip through to the battles you're interested in, go ahead. But otherwise, let's just kick off the video here with Wampa. Now Wampa in 5v5 solo versus a full 5 trooper team without Inversio does work, so surely it works in 3v3 even easier. They've got less firepower. Obviously, do check potency there, especially on Iden, because she will go first, and Death Trooper as well, especially if you don't have any tenacity on your Wampa. And I do have some quite good tenacity on him, plus he gains extra 100% tenacity as well at the beginning of the battle, and then obviously stacking tenacity. But definitely make sure that the enemy doesn't have like God knows how much potency that will overwhelm your Wampa if you do not have tenacity on him. They get to go, we resist everything, get a bonus protection going. There we go, already out. I mean, yeah, this, you know, 5v5 is a lot more firepower that they have. So here in 3v3, this is really easy, to be honest. Obviously it takes a while because, you know, they are quite durable here, especially once you do go up against relic Idens. But you know, Wampa keeps ramping up. Healing immunity helps as well if you do have Zeta for the healing immunity on him. Definitely worth it. If you do have Omicron, I think, you know, it will a little bit speed up some of the battles here. Anyway, take out Iden once. Gotta take her out. She put the revive buff on her again, so we'll have to take her out 2 more times here unless she gets it again. There we go. Down goes Iden. So yeah, Wampa versus Iden. You know, it's a pretty easy here battle. It's not as stressful as maybe some of the top teams in 5v5. All right, now probably the battles that, you know, most of you will be interested in. I've actually, for this final week, I kind of remodded my first order. So Hux, first order type pilot, and Sith Trooper. Make sure that I put a lot of speed on Hux, and then also put some 6-dot mods on both Sith Trooper and first order type pilot just to boost their damage. Now I know that obviously, you know, Hux, with this Hux team, first order type pilot Omicron versus Starkiller, you know, some of the people showed the wins there. But if you review that footage closely, you will see those battles are close, they are messy. And considering that most of us will have a Relic 5 Sith Trooper and a Relic 5 pilot, not Relic 7 both on Sith Trooper and Relic 7 on TIE pilot. Unless you have Relic 7s on those guys, to be honest, I wouldn't be trying out that counter. It's got only less than 30% win rate according to data. So instead, I was focusing on some other teams. This Shaak Ti team can be annoying there, obviously, with Bad Batch Echo. But because of that extra 100 speed you do get, obviously you'll be able to just one-shot their Bad Batch Echo. And obviously they can't get bonus to their meter as well, while Hux has advantage. There we go, got Shaak Ti out. Now just have to deal with the banner sniping ARC Trooper. Unfortunately, turret will, you know, go there through foresight, and I mean it will dispel foresight, and then true damage from turret will snipe some banners. So 55 banner wins. I mean, it's alright, I guess. So this was the first battle I did. Second one, I was interested, curious to see, can we take down Grievous? I'm not sure if this, like, can you beat this Grievous team without Omicron on pilot? Because Hux does stop turn meter gain anyway, but just maybe, you know, without that extra damage output you do get here from first order type pilots Omicron, maybe you wouldn't be able to burn down quickly. Magna Guardian here, you know, this battle will go down very quickly. Just showing you my mods again, so you can see got good speed on Hux. Essentially his speed is at 433. So the idea was, if I do come across there some Pulp Mara Starkiller that I could test it out, even though I was pretty sure it wouldn't work. But the one opponent that did put it, their Mara was simply too fast for my guys, so I wasn't able to outrun them. Even at 330 speed on my Hux. There we go, mass assist. One shot their Magna Guard. I'm like, okay, this is going good, because obviously with Magna Guard out, we can go after B2 now. Well, we have to, there's mark on him anyways. What do you want to do here? Just do a basic here, get some assists. As you can see, look at this damage output. Definitely, you know, getting some counter attacks. 52 ban, not high banner win, but hey, it does work, right? Okay, so one more here, pilot battle. So my opponent in the final round put down Maul, Wat, and Canderous. Now this team could be tricky, because obviously the idea here is Wat gets a bonus turn beginning, he puts attack on whoever, and this triggers frenzy on Maul. But obviously Hux will prevent the turn meter gain while he has advantage, and because you start the battle with advantage, yeah, Wat will dish out the attack, but then nothing will happen. Maul will not get a turn, and we do have speed advantage obviously here. Then also Hux has mass assist, and on top of, you know, getting lots of damage out there, it also dispels buffs on the enemies, so it will dispel all those buffs that Maul starts with. So we go, Wat goes first. Yeah, he puts attack, whatever. Let's go ahead here, let's see if we can finish off Canderous. Down he goes. Now Maul is out in the open, so we just have to take Maul out. Relic Knight Maul, I mean, he will probably get his AoE out, which can't be evaded by the looks of things. I'll just quickly finish off Maul before he gets anything going. I'm not sure how this would work versus the standard lineup with Bow instead of Wat. Maybe it would work as well, I don't know, although Bow does have the AoE days, I'm not sure, but versus this team worked very well. Now one of my opponents put their own first order type pilot on defense, however they did not put Sith Trooper there, they actually put first order executioner. So decided to try Geos. Maybe if Sith Trooper would be in there, I don't know, might be more scary because of his assists and everything. But do remember that first order executioner feeds 10% turn meter to the team whenever he critically hits, which will be all the time. So in one way you could say the first order executioner as well is a great alternative to Sith Trooper, although maybe his damage is lower, he fuels turn meter, then he's got also this stacking health, and his damage slowly ramps up as well. So, you know, it's a good option maybe as well. I was hoping obviously that my Geos here can handle it. See how it goes, obviously. Alright, here we go. They will go first. Now, AI seems not to start off with a mass assist, I've noticed. They all got foresight, they still have dominance, so they will be counterattacking if we do hit them. So here I wasn't sure, do I do an AoE just to clear off the foresight? But then I wasn't sure, after I clear foresight, does damage happen afterwards? So I didn't want to get counterattack, so instead I just cleansed up here. Put a few hits on Hux, so he loses dominance, and now just a case to go all out on Hux before these guys get their plays going. Okay, get him out. Ooh, no critical hit, unfortunately. Okay, let's see what happens. So here comes the... Was that an 80k hit from first order executioner? Oh. I'm like, easy boys, easy. Oh boy, I'm like, just because I didn't get that one critical hit over on Hux, maybe I should put some critical damage on my spy. I don't know, it happens often that he doesn't crit on his big head. So this battle became a little bit more nerve-wracking than it should have been, because, you know, if you just one shot there in beginning Hux with your spy, then this battle, you know, becomes much easier. But as you can see, Pilot is causing some issues here with his buff immunity, because obviously my Brute wasn't able to taunt, also my Spy wasn't able to get there into stealth. Definitely, you know, it was a bit of a nerve-wracking battle, but in the end I did pull out a win. Okay, alright, so moving on from one first order team to another one. I did actually keep my best Carmando for offense this time. Just wanted to see if I can somehow use him on offense now that I do have IG and Quill relic up. While on defense, he's an okay team, right? On offense, if you can get best Carmando to work, is great, just because all this protection recovery, both from Quill and best Carmando, you can often end up with a full banner win by the time battle ends. And the good thing obviously about Beskar Mando, his Whistling Birds, they put healing immunity, so you shouldn't have issues with these Kylos once you get healing immunity. You can also ignore taunt for Whistling Birds, so you can then snipe out Sith Trooper. The only, I guess, challenge here in 3v3 is how to get a lot of Whistling Birds on your guys. But anyway, I'm going first, so just go ahead, booster meter, do an AoE here, get some counterattacks, no issues. They're dispel the taunt, unfortunately. Here come the AoEs. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can get their stun on Sith Trooper. Perfect. Let's go ahead Foresight. Well, 5 Whistling Birds, especially with my relic free Mando, won't do much. But you know, well, at least we're making a start on there. We do have healing immunity now on him, so he won't be able to recover health and protection. Do another AoE over here. Let's go ahead, put damage immunity over on Quill. Here we go, let's do another round here. Dispelled everything. Get a stun on him as well, perfect. So as soon as we get Sith Trooper out, there we go. Things should get easier, although OG Kylo can be a handful as well. So I'll try to get him out. Let's see if I can... wasn't quite enough. I guess relic-free Beskar Mando, not as impressive. Now I'm stuck behind the taunt. Luckily we got damage immunity coming there. OG Kylo trying to recover some health and protection. Okay, there we go. And now just a case of landing healing immunity on Kylo Unmasked. Let's see if this will finish him off. Yeah, down he goes. There you go. Full 57 banner win versus this Kylo Sith Trooper team. It's definitely pretty impressive for my low gear Mandalorians. Traya again is one of those teams that you don't often see on defense, but you know, can be tricky to defeat if you don't go in with the right team, especially getting full banners, just because any sort of team like Troopers or CLS or even Jaina Travan attacks out of turn will be detrimental to your team. Now if you do take Bastila, obviously you do have some bonus protection a little bit, so as long as you take these guys out fast enough, maybe you should be able to get those banners. Same thing with this Basti Camp team, having Hermit Yoda in there, maybe even Shaak Ti. Here I was debating to take Shaak Ti because I still had her available, but I was saving her maybe for the clone team if I need to use them elsewhere. But I did have my Yoda, Grandmaster Yoda available, not Hermit Yoda, so I did use him actually. Just so he can spread Foresight or something. But first thing, try to take Traya out. I'll just do double basics. Let's see if we can push back some turn meter actually from Traya. I wasn't able to. Let's get some buffs on Cam. Boom. Now if you manage to defeat Traya before they get a turn, you are good to go here, because obviously without Traya they can't cleanse anymore themselves. And also on top of that, obviously no isolate to worry about. Get rid of Nihilus, and at this point it's pretty straightforward here. Just have to work for Cyan. There we go. Easy win here for 57 versus, you know, relict Traya team. Definitely, you know, could be troublesome. Alright, so moving from Traya on defense, I do keep my Traya for offense sometimes I put on defense, sometimes on offense, it depends. So they have this Palp Mara Short Trooper team. Oh boy. Obviously Mara here, 352, very fast. They'll get to go, but luckily with Traya, obviously whenever you get a turn, because of her unique, your Sith allies will be able to cleanse the debuffs on yourself. So even if you are stunned, as long as you get a turn, right? But remember, the keyword is as long as you get a turn, you should be able to get plays going, because they apply shock, they apply daze, so the Nihilus can gain bonus turn meter whenever Cyan and Traya are debuffed. And of course they put stagger as well on you. Mara, she has AoE stagger that can then remove turn meter. So oh boy, this according to data on the SWGOH has 100% win rate. 14 people try this, and I'm like, okay, let's see 100% win rate. Here comes the stagger. I'm like, oh boy, this is not looking good. Let me switch off my Wi-Fi in case I don't even get a turn. Now Cyan there did get a turn, so I got help by Hatred. So obviously he'll get a revive when he gets taken out. I almost took Palps there out. Okay. Now Nihilus got a turn as well, did some cooldown increase in beginning. I'm just speeding up the footage because this is absolutely brutal here. I lost Cyan. Now luckily here my Traya finally got a turn, so you can now go ahead, isolate Mara. Again, luckily no taunt at that point on Short Trooper. So how can this be 100% win rate? I don't know, it just doesn't feel like 100% win, right? Potentially could be a timeout because maybe they wouldn't be able to take out Traya and Nyla's, but I don't know. Try it out at your own risk, I guess, I would say, even though according to data it's 100% win rate. Anyways, I was happy it worked. I was gladly took my 52 banners in this case and moved on. Now we got Palpatine, now Padme. I've seen this kind of team already on defense, Padme a couple of times. Obviously Padme without Jenna and Anakin is not nearly as scary, but you still have to somehow be able to control constant taunts from General Kenobi and have a way to prevent them from gaining too much protection up so they can then stack courage. So without Anakin in there, if Anakin would have been there, going in with Pulp, Throne Vader, after the nerf obviously the Calling Blades to Vader, could be a little bit challenging, but obviously without Anakin in there you should be able to control these guys. I actually have my Vader modded for speed now because his damage, even when mod for damage, is not that great, so might as well make him fast to make sure he outruns lots of these teams. Start off with a Force Crush, get another turn, just round of basics to get ability blocks. We go, and then I can do another Force Crush, get more debuffs going. I'm not gonna throw a Calling Blade at Kenobi. I'm just going to go ahead now. Should I fracture him? No, let's swap with actually Pulps and get some stuns. Didn't get a stun on Padme, unfortunately. Now I'm going to go ahead, fracture Kenobi, and I'll just go all out on Padme. Ooh, if that would be a critical hit, I think that would have finished her off. Come on, get her down before she heals. There we go. Okay, so I did fracture Ahsoka Tano there just because, you know, she doesn't snipe some banners away from me, and then we'll just deal with Kenobi for a full 57 banner win. So definitely Padme on defense without Anakin could be tricky, but yeah, it's a lot easier to deal with her without that. Now my opponent put this weird Mothma team I haven't seen before. I get the idea behind it because both tanks, Kara and Scarif Pathfinder, obviously relict, very durable. Constant healing from Mon Mothma, and both of these tanks, they have revives, so potentially if you don't have a lot of firepower or to prevent revives, you will get timeout. Mon Mothma herself can revive somebody, bring them back. So I did actually in this particular case still have my Wat available, so what I did was Rex lead with 5s and Wat in there, and obviously tank tech goes on 5s, so he taunts forever. The enemy, as you can see, they don't have any damage dealers, so there is no way they'll be able to even scratch 5s, relic top 5s, because you know he has such a high defense. And then weapon tech over on Rex will prevent revives, so it's pretty much wait for Rex's Annihilates to come online and he'll just take care of the rest. There you go, tank tech on 5s, they're barely doing any damage, boosting turn meter to the team. It doesn't even matter at this point what you do. You will want to put weapon tech on Rex. This will give him extra bonus turn meter, obviously on top of the bonus turn meter from his lead, so they can see just how quickly Rex and 5s are getting turns, because obviously of this extra attacks and assists here. There we go, all these critical hits, we're getting so much bonus turn meter. Just one more turn. Obviously when Wat got here another turn, I did use his ability for protection up recovery. Just hopefully I can get both Wat and Rex back to full protection for a full banner win. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to take Kara out because she's got an AoE, so she doesn't snipe some banners away from me, because now they can just get stuck behind 5s. I do have Wat and Rex both at full protection, that's why I take Kara out just to get rid of her AoEs, and now just the case, waiting for another aerial advantage to come online, and just going to finish off Scarif Rebel Pathfinder here. So definitely I can see this team causing some troubles. Could be a timeout potentially, I guess that was the idea behind it. It's definitely good to have a way to prevent revives, and there we go, 57 banner win with this kind of Rex 5s and Wat team. Alright, let's just finish off here with the standard, we did probably what would be a default counter to CLS, C3PO and 3PO, so it's Ray Jedi Trainee, BB-8 and R2. Always do check the mods, especially on 3PO and Chewie. If it's a high tenacity one, this could be troublesome. So you can see there is 149% tenacity, plus I think gets more tenacity from his unique and things like that. So if you want to try that to maximize your success rate, definitely mod your Ray as I did there for lots of potency. Otherwise, you know, this could go downhill quite quickly. The idea here is to try and land the days on 3PO and Chewie. If you do that, you're good to go. If not, you know, things could get messy. But anyway, let's get our things going. No days, but at least, you know, we remove some turn meter. Okay, here they come. Let's call assist with BB-8, so we get tenacity down, and there we go. R2 coming in with a clutch basic assist there, and stun on 3PO and Chewie. There we go. I just keep wiggling, keep going after 3PO. I'm going to now go ahead, push back turn meter on CLS, so just because I don't have foresight on BB-8, I don't want him getting a hit on BB-8. Now we can again go ahead, cleanse off BB-8, calling for assist. Down goes 3PO and Chewie, and now just going after Luke. It's definitely not landing their days in beginning, definitely, you know, could cause some trouble, but also there's a 50% chance when you call BB-8 to assist that R2 gets to assist and stuns 3PO and Chewie. So definitely, if you do not get it stun, days or stun, you could be in trouble quickly here. Alright guys, thank you for watching. This is all for today's video. So this is the final 3v3 video of this season. Obviously I'll be back in a couple of weeks when 5v5 returns, but until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.